Today we're going to be learning about the conservation of mass and Antoine Lavoisier, who was a French nobleman and a chemist who actually is one of the first and one of those noted for making the discovery that even though we can change what something looks like, the mass of those substances will never change, therefore the conservation of mass. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an experiment to demonstrate this process. Okay, so with the conservation of mass, basically what's going to happen is if we take different substances, like today we're going to use baking soda and vinegar, and we're going to cause a chemical reaction by combining the two together. But even though both substances are going to be changing, we're still going to show that there's not going to be any change in how much they weigh or what their mass is. So we're going to use a food scale to go ahead and measure out how much of each substance we have. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zero out my scale. So I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to place it on the scale before turning it on. And I'm going to be making sure that the scale is set to measure in grams so I can measure the mass. So I have about a teaspoon of baking soda, which right now is showing that it is 7 grams. We're going to add one more teaspoon, and in total for the 2 teaspoons I have 12 grams. Now that I have my baking soda measured, I'm going to go ahead and remove the bowl from the scale, and I'm going to turn the scale on and off again just so it zeroes out. So I'm going to turn it off really quick, and I'm going to place the bowl for the vinegar on the scale. So now when I turn it back on again, that weight is going to be set to 0. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of vinegar into the bowl. And right now the scale is showing that I have 31 grams of vinegar. So now that I have my vinegar measured at 31 grams, I'm going to go ahead and remove the vinegar. We're going to be combining the vinegar and the baking soda into our measuring cup. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this on the scale, turn it back on again so it zeroes out. First, I'm going to go ahead and dump in the baking soda. Make sure that all gets in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to add in the vinegar. Now our chemical reaction has occurred. Again, we've added our baking soda and our vinegar together. They've reacted and they've become a new substance. But we see that we still end up with 43 grams with the vinegar and baking soda combined. So even though it's gone through a reaction, the mass of the baking soda and the vinegar combined has not been destroyed or created. It's still the same as when we started out.